It is a cozy dish that brings people together. Plus, this one is vegan. Here to share how to make her delicious afritada, we welcome back the creator of the vegan kitchen blog Bakeries, Jan Carlisle. Hey, Jan, welcome back.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's good to be back.
Working on my pronunciation.
So it's Filipino afritada.
Afritada.
Filipino afritada.
Okay.
Totally fine.
I'm going to keep practicing.
No one's going to get
I want to get it right. This looks so cozy. It smells great in here. This is a really wonderful winter dish. Just kind of a hearty, feel-good dish.
Yeah, so I had it growing up. It's actually a pretty casual dish. It's just a real comfort food for me. And during Christmas, you know, we would have this as one of our dishes. And are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Sounds wonderful.
I just realized I did not turn on.
There we are, cooking with heat. There we go. It's happening.
Okay, so we're gonna put oil in our pan right now. All right, and I like to use a neutral oil.
Okay.
Like vegetable avocado is fine as well. It has a high smoke point.
Okay.
And then so now that I almost burned off my hand, I'm pretty sure this is pretty.
We're all awake
hot,
now,
right?
Yeah.
Just to go over it really quick, we're gonna fry up all of the aromatics first.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And
that's a lot of onion, and I love that.
It is, and normally if I were to do this right, you would hear the sizzle, and you will hear it soon.
Yes, it's coming. The sizzle is on the way.
Yes.
And is this style of pan the best for this dish?
So this is actually a wok-shaped pan, but it's not a real wok. But yeah, it's pretty good, just because it allows you to really like toss everything you need.
Yeah.
And so I tend to put in my garlic like towards the end, just because it browns a lot more quickly.
Right.
And I don't want that to burn. So now that that's going, we're just gonna let this sit here a little bit. Okay.
How long would you typically let that go for? Not too long, right?
No, not too long. Maybe like 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay.
Because yeah, we don't want it to burn.
That's so easy.
And because we only have 7 minutes.
That's right.
I'm gonna be mindful of that.
TV magic time here.
Right.
Oh, there's that sizzle.
There it goes. Okay, so now the next thing is, while that's going, let's talk about the soy curls.
Yes.
These were dehydrated at first. They were dried, right? So we soak this for about 10 minutes, and then when we're done, we drain it. We don't need to pat it or anything.
Okay.
Okay. But now
that's easy too.
Yeah. And so now that this has been going, we're gonna pretend it's been, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna let it simmer anyway. So you're gonna add this here, and then you let that go for a few minutes as well.
And is there any seasoning involved?
Yes. So here's the thing. So I'm Filipino, right? And I do love to salt my food, properly. I don't do like that pinch of salt stuff.
Right.
I actually use all 5 fingers and go.
Yeah.
But for this dish, we actually use a lot of soy sauce. And there are different types of soy sauce. I like, this is the Superior Light soy sauce.
Okay.
That's the actual name of the company, the product. And I say that only because it's a specific one that a lot of cooks use when they're making Chinese food or any other, other kind of Asian foods. And we want to season liberally. And we really,
that's a good amount.
Yeah, it is a good amount because, like, soy sauce and salt, like, it's meant to bring out the flavors, right?
Right.
And I think people are worried about the sodium, but, when they're talking about that, they're actually talking about just, like, preservatives and, like, in, like, packaged foods and stuff.
Sure.
Like,
and this is, you're feeding a crowd with this, so you got to parcel it out in portions.
Exactly, and you're not drinking it. But
it's looking beautiful.
So here, I ended up mixing some of the potatoes just to help with, like, not having it turn brown and the oxidation.
Sure.
And I ended up using crushed potatoes. And to keep it kind of consistent, we obviously, like, don't use tomatoes that aren't in season because then they're not good.
Yeah.
And, unlike peppers, tomatoes, you can't really fake it. You have to have, like, good tomatoes.
And you can get a nice quality canned tomato.
Yeah. Yeah, and I usually get ones from, like, specifically from Italy, and that actually came from when I started learning.
And is that like a red potato in there?
Yeah, it's just like a red potato, I think Roma, and it's been crushed. So it's about 28 ounces of crushed tomatoes.
Okay.
Okay. And then this isn't just going to sit here like this. This actually is going to be more of like a stew.
Okay.
And so if you can hand me that.
The big bowl of water.
Yes. It's going to go in here.
Okay.
And I promise it's going to look
way better. I'm getting really excited about this because that's all going to reduce down. It's going to thicken
Yes.
up to more of a brothy situation.
Yes, exactly.
I love this.
Yeah, and so this is gonna look, it's gonna look pretty red. And again, we're gonna go in with a little bit more soy sauce. Again, we're not drinking it. It's okay.
It's okay.
You know,
We need seasoning and flavor.
Yes,
especially in
exactly.
these long winter days.
Exactly.
Okay, and how long would you let this go for?
So I would let this, I'd bring it to a boil and let it simmer for like, 15 minutes. If you double the recipe, like I would let it go for a little longer. So since, we don't have that much time,
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what we have done already. Here it is.
That looks gorgeous.
Yes, and I prepared a plate for you.
Yes. I'm
It's
going
over
to dive
there.
in and take a
Oh,
bite.
right.
So tell me about the fork and the spoon, because you were saying there's a technique
Yeah,
here.
so I'm Filipino, and we actually don't do chopsticks in the Philippines.
Okay.
What we use would be the spoon and the fork, spoon in the right hand, or
Okay.
whatever dominant hand, I guess, and then fork in the left hand. And then
So am I spooning it
and then-
into
well,
the spoon?
you're going to, I'm going to
Yeah, you show me.
So could I touch, okay, like that.
Oh.
It's like an assist,
To
Fork is
smush
an assist,
as
yeah.
much product as you can, because I want a bite of every single morsel here.
Right.
Okay. 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 Mmm. That's comfort food. That's wonderful.
It is, it really is.
So this is a traditional, like Christmas Eve, you would make this for, and did you say double the recipe? You would double that?
Yeah, if we had like more family members.
How many people is that? That's a big crowd.
Well, the last time I cooked, it was for like 12, but that was like this party that we had. Like,
This must make the best leftovers too,
Yeah.
if you have any leftover.
yeah, because it sits and like all the flavors like marinade. It's pretty
They just keep
perfect.
coming together. What do you guys have planned for Christmas this year?
So I'm actually going to be baking cookies for the potluck in the park.
Oh, fun.
For their like sidewalk cafe, and then we're going to do dim sum on Christmas Day.
Yes. Oh, that sounds magical. Hey, thank you so much. Great to see you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
We'll have more of this recipe and more information about Jan and her blog, Bakeries, on our website at katu.com. And we'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.